Most compliments are forgettable. They sound the same. They come too soon. They come from the wrong place. Validation, approval, trying to win her over. But the right compliment, said at the right moment, with the right energy, it doesn't just make her smile, it makes her remember you. Not because you praised her, but because you saw something no one else did, and you delivered it with calm confidence, not as a tactic, but as truth. There are 3 compliments that leave an imprint, not because they're sweet, but because they're surgical. The first compliment, you move with intention. It's not about her looks, it's about her presence, her energy, the way she carries herself. Most men comment on appearance, lazy, obvious, forgettable. But when you notice her movement, the way she walks, the way she gestures, the rhythm in her being, you go deeper. It tells her you're paying attention to more than her surface, that you see her awareness, her control, her feminine power. And because no one says this to her, not even the men who chase her, it hits hard, quiet, precise, undeniable. She'll think about it when she walks away and wonder why it stayed. The second compliment, you don't say much, but when you do, it lands. This one rewires her. It shows her that you value her restraint, her timing, her choice of words, her silence. You're not praising her for being loud or entertaining. You're praising her for something deeper, her impact. Most people speak to fill space, but if she speaks with clarity, with thought, with presence, this hits her differently. It tells her she's rare, that you notice what others miss, that her energy holds weight, even in quiet. And now she's not just flattered, she's intrigued, because you complimented her in a way that makes her want to live up to it again. If this is already shifting your perspective, subscribe and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning. The third compliment. There's something about the way you hold eye contact. It's powerful. Not cute, not sexy, powerful. Most men avoid her gaze or stare too long, trying to impress. But when you calmly acknowledge her ability to hold presence without flinching, you're speaking to her essence, not her ego. It's bold, but controlled. It tells her, I see your strength. I'm not intimidated by it. I respect it. And that flips a switch inside her, because you're not admiring her for being pretty. You're respecting her ability to connect. And now, she's not just thinking about how you see her. She's wondering how you see the world, and that thought will follow her for days. These aren't pickup lines. They're mirrors, held up to the parts of her most men never see, and that's what makes them powerful. You're not trying to get a reaction. You're offering recognition, without need, without chase, without performance. And that's exactly why it hits deeper, because a compliment without agenda, one that comes from presence, not pursuit, leaves a mark. It makes her question how you see her, how you noticed what others missed, and most of all, it makes her think about you. What makes these compliments unforgettable isn't just the words, it's the delivery. You say them slowly, calmly, without seeking a reaction. You don't laugh after, you don't look for her approval. You let the silence carry the weight, because when your energy is grounded, when your frame is solid, when your words come from observation, not performance, she feels it in her body before her mind catches up. And now, something simple becomes something she replays, again and again, wondering what you really meant, wondering who you really are, and why that moment felt so different. She won't forget what you said, not because it was dramatic, but because it was rare. You didn't comment on what every man sees. You noticed what only a grounded man feels. And now, she's attached to the feeling, that one sentence, delivered with control, with clarity, with presence, becomes a loop in her mind, not loud, not urgent, just there, in the quiet moments, in the mirror, in bed, hours later. That's how a Stoic man speaks, not often, not for show, but in a way that stays. You don't need to speak often to be remembered. You just need to speak with weight. One compliment, rooted in truth, delivered without need, can echo louder than 1,000 empty lines. Because the Stoic man doesn't flatter, he reflects. He sees what others overlook, and when he speaks, he awakens something. This is the Stoic path, where words are chosen, silence is power, and presence does the talking. Subscribe, stay intentional, and remember, the right words, said the right way, won't just make her smile, they'll make her think about you for days.